Alright, let's get to something really cool here. Now, this very table has been in workshop mode for the last week and a half as I finished up construction of a new airframe, a new rocket airframe. And now that I've reached a point where I need some parts shipped over to finish the construction and so forth, I figured I'd clear the workbench and put it back into VR driving station mode. So here we are. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an experiment, something actually different from the usual. I have a lot of experience in iRacing using the DK1, and one thing I rarely did was to learn a new track. In fact, I only did it once, and I did it with Watkins Glen, and because I'd actually gone to that track in person before, it really did help because the DK1 gives you such low resolution of what you see far ahead that it's very hard when you don't know a track. Even if you have a hint of what it looks like, it's still very difficult. So it took a matter of like 50 laps just to learn the track properly with the DK1. And an experiment I sort of ventured into now with Okayama International Speedway and the Indycar is I actually repeated this, but using the DK2. I took a track I didn't know at all, and I tried to learn it. And the experience went way, way, way better. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to repeat this experiment a second time on video for you people, and I'm going to take a track that I absolutely don't know. I've only seen it like on TV, literally, and this would be Sonoma Raceway, and I'm going to be using the Indycar, and again, I do not know this track, so this is basically the experiment. It's not really a control, but and it's not really a scientific experiment because there's only one subject, but still, it's going to be very interesting to see what we can do here. Alright, so I do have a general clue of how the track starts off, but I'm going to have to be careful here. Like I said, I do not know this track, and this is an extremely fast car, so I have to not get too excited during my first few laps so that I can actually nail this. Alright. Then if I'm not mistaken, there's another apron here, and then you go up the hill. Right. Wow, this track, fuck resolution, you can't see ahead. This is like a miniature Laguna Seca of some sorts. I really have no idea what the fuck's coming up ahead, so I have to freaking brake. So it's good when you can see. I see cones. Okay, so these areas are closed off. Just want to make sure I don't literally... Oh, so there's a right, a second apron here, and one here. I guess another here. Here. Right. Then to keep the car in the track. Right. Oh yeah, that's the messed up turn here. Wow. Right. Don't do that again. This little weird part. Right. little too hard there. Whoa, shit. My time probably sucks right now. Fuck, damn it. So as you can see, I have no knowledge of this track. And the one thing I can't complain about is how far I can see. I mean, I can see the track. Too early for that turn, but hey, good. Starting to memorize it. This is very interesting. Let's screw this one up. All right. That stupid apron. Braking a little too late. Not that I forgot about that turn, just tried to push it. Alright. That fucked up turn. Alright, I'm starting to get the hang of it. What, 3 laps now? Again, a little too early for that turn. It's all good. Means I'm learning the track. Remembering my shit. Oh no, way too late. Can't go in 6th there unless I change my config. A little too careful on that one. All good. Damn it, should have gone in 2 like I did before. It was good. Damn it. No, I'm gonna use the reverse. I could do this nice little spin here to get back, but no, I don't need to. Alright. Kind of thing that happens when you're learning a track. Kind of like it when that happens. It means you're starting to push, starting to learn what your limits are. Nice. Just at the borderline. A little bit of apron here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yes. I might have fucked up that. Yeah. Damn it. Fuck that one up. All good. Still going fast. Gotta go fast. That's all you gotta do. You gotta go fast. It's not obvious, but you can do it. Much better. Nice. Oh my god, what the fuck did I do there? I was getting excited. Don't tell me I cut the fucking track short. I'll kill you. early this time. It's not to get the hang of that. Yeah. Come on, turn, bitch, turn. This is probably the fastest I've ever learned to track in a simulator. This is retarded. It's like I'm learning it for real. This is the fastest I've ever learned to track in a sim. This is faster than Okayama, believe it or not. And my only complaint in the realism is stuff that we couldn't get right now. For instance, I'm going to give you a clip of a guy's visor cam in Indycar on this very track. And you're going to see something real different from my playthrough. And I'm actually going to compare it with my playthrough and crop my view to match his. So you can get an idea of how much it fucking shakes. And this is something you can't get unless you get a hydraulic seat and software to compensate for the seat's motion on the Oculus Rift, making sure that the Rift doesn't react to the seat's motion, because then that'll make you sick. So it would have to be like the game manages the movement of the car visually as you see it. It also manages the seat, and the Oculus Rift has a way to cancel out the motion. That's how you get the shaking, and of course the feeling of braking and accelerating. The big downside of that is when you're coming over a hill, and I'll give you an example, this track is exactly that. And I have to sort of, instead of feeling it like you normally would in a car, I have to sort of hear it in this thing. And there's not much, like this isn't, see here? When I do this and the back goes off and it slides, I have to hear my revs go off. I can't feel that. Normally in a car, you feel that immediately, much before you actually hear the revs. That's the first cue you get. And that is absent, obviously, in software simulation, even with virtual reality. I'd say that the cues, the visual cues, do help to a certain degree to help you understand that you are in trouble, but they're still insufficient, and it would require a physical aid at this point, such as a motion seat, to get a feeling of the track's surface. I'll give you another example. I love this part where you go uphill, and here the car is lifting off the ground a bit. If you're not paying perfect attention to the revs and the way the car's placed in the sim, there's no way to tell your car's flying, because it's actually still a steady view. And even though iRacing is trying to reproduce shaking, you are not being caused to shake like you would in an actual car. And this you can actually see in the clip I showed you. The guy sometimes has trouble holding on to steering because it's shaking so much. And the clip I showed you is actually Indycar. I am driving an Indycar from about 3 years before that, so it's comparable. Obviously, the track times are not, because this is my first time around this track, but I can say that I learned this track now. I can actually put aside the memorizing part and actually go and have some fun with it now. And normally on a monitor or with a DK1, this takes ages. So this is what I really like about virtual reality racing. It gives you enough tools to eliminate that software layer of problems. The fact that it's digital, the fact that it's not real is less evident now. This is so convincing that it actually may satisfy some real drivers when they don't have a chance to go to the track for a given weekend. Fuck, 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 fuck. Do you hear that? My car is sideways! Yeah, that's another thing. I even wrote to iRacing about it. That and their off-track zones, they got a little carried away with that. They're not allowing the crazy driving, and obviously I've tried a bunch of lines in iRacing that actually are marked as off track. They're not advantageous lines. Those zones shouldn't even be there in the first place. Like if you're going there, that's fine. Go there. You're not gonna do a good fucking time. So it's not like they're trying to cut off an advantage. It's like they're just trying to scrutinize the driving for some reason. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't think that it should be that way. I think you should let people make their mistakes and not have a little highlight that says off track. Loss of control is fine. Cutting the track is fine. It's a good rule. Not too wild of the way it's implemented, as you saw there. Like in a race, if I wanted to continue and I went on real fast after stopping, that could have actually got me a penalty. One more and let's call it a video. Damn it! Definitely have a problem with that goddamn apron. What the hell happened there? Alright. No more. I lied. right, that's a lap right there, and I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed. This was me learning Sonoma, and final opinion, I fucking love this track. It's fucking cool. Had it been boring, I would have kept talking, but you might have noticed I sort of got mesmerized by this beauty. What an awesome track. All right, people, that was the Dallara Indycar circa 2011 in iRacing at Sonoma, learning with the DK2. This is a great experience. I wish this upon everyone who likes to either race for real or simulate racing. This is awesome. This is really, really fucking awesome. I'm right now a bit shocked by how damn quick I learned that track. I thought it was gonna look a little stupid on a cold video like that, but that was the whole point, right? I was like, if I look stupid, I'll look stupid. This is not rehearsed. You saw at first that it was kind of clownish. But hey, wow. Like half a dozen laps, I already knew what I was driving on, and now at this point, it's about learning the line and getting those optimal spots to brake at, turn on, and those little parts that give you a few inches of extra track, like the aprons and the spill-off zones and so forth. So that's it, people. Hope you enjoyed. I shall see you soon.